be resolved. Amen.
There you go.
So we're going to one of my favorite parts of the show, which is the relationship letter, and we've got the Beckhams here. So our relationship letter is basic. Someone writes in, they tell us about some situation they have in a relationship, and then we share among the people that are here. So, baby, what we got for today?
We have a good one here. Dear LSTT, I listened to your show last week about cheating, and some memories were triggered back into my memory bank regarding my ex-husband. It has been 3 years, and I am presently married to a loving, kind man, and I couldn't ask for anyone better than him. He came into my life after my bitter divorce with my ex, who cheated on me multiple times. Although my present husband is a godsend, I still have trust issues with him. Not that he has given me anything to worry about. He is where he say he is. He comes home straight after work, and if there's a reason why he has to make a detour, he always call me and inform me of his change of plans. With all of that being said, I am worried that I am going to drive him away because I am always questioning him about how many women flirted with him today. Is he looking at another woman? I guess I have prone myself to thinking that all men cheat. I know this is wrong. Please help me. I don't want to lose my husband because of the experience I had with my ex-husband. Sincerely, Mrs. Sabotage. So, I'm wondering, Tracy, is this you?
I know. I was wondering when you started reading it at first, too.
Right, well, sincerely, Mr. Sabotage, and you were saying that earlier.
I thought it was you. I said, it's this great man, and the woman not trusting. I'm like, that's got to be you and me.
I know. If I had a man, I would have thought it was me.
Okay.
All right, so we got Mrs. Sabotage. So the Beckhams, hope you all heard that letter as we joke around a little bit. So I'm going to go with the Reverend first. We're going to go around the table. Reverend Beckham, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that she may need to look for some counseling for herself and take a moment to figure out why she's doing that. Maybe she's got some baggage left over that she needs to look at and talk about and discuss and, just be intentional about not doing those things, not asking him, questions or making herself worry like that. That would probably be the number one thing I would say. Good counseling, Christian counseling. Amen. And I don't suggest that she talk with her girlfriends or anybody, necessarily in her family. But I would suggest that she look for a good counselor.
Deacon Jeff, what you got for me, man?
Well, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. If you keep speaking these things over your marriage, you will bring them into your marriage, and you will do it unknowingly. So what you've got to do is you've got to get this trust issue out the way, because with a man, if you keep telling him every time he comes in that house that you're cheating. I tell my wife all the time, men are very basic thinkers. You guys are intense thinkers. We're very basic. So if you keep telling me I'm cheating, not all men, I won't generalize, but some men are very basic. Well, she keeps saying I'm cheating.
I might as well be cheating.
Mm-hmm. And I know women say, well, that's no excuse for doing that. I say, yeah, but you know what? You don't want to bring those things in your relationship if they're not there.
Okay, now,
Amen.
good point.
What you got for me, Tracy?
I actually agree with both of them because, I'm an advocate for counseling, and obviously the issues are hers more than they are his. One of the reasons I never rushed into a relationship after my divorce because I knew I would not be able to trust. So until I am ready to be able to trust, I don't want to inflict that on somebody else. And as Deacon says, you keep speaking that into existence, I guarantee you it will be that. And that's what we were talking about, sabotaging your own relationships. Mm-hmm. So, I need to know who wrote that up. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
yeah.
You
gotta be
I'm going to go a little different route. And I must say I empathize with the young lady because we're always really honest in the show. And I was married once before I met this beautiful woman of 22 years. And it ended in divorce. And so it was very difficult for me when I got into the relationship again, to deal with some trust issues. But I say to you that, as though it's difficult, it can be done. You've just got to release what happened in your past with someone else and not put the fault or the blame on everyone that comes in your relationship. You've made the decision to get married, so there must have been something about that person that you trust. So build on that. Don't build on what someone else has done to you. Build on what he has done for you. He's been a devoted husband for 3 years. He's giving you no issues, but yet you're holding on to the dead weight and letting the live relationship that you have die because of something that's already been dead. And I taught that before. Sometimes we hold on to something that's dead. It kills what we have that's alive and doing well, because we believe that once what's dead is going to kill what I have alive. And you just got to take that and move it off and move it away from yourself and realize that I am out of that relationship. I'm in something better. And as they all said, with prayer, you just got to go with prayer and believe that this relationship will make it. I know for 22 years of my relationship, and Brenda had to deal with some of my trust issues. We're honest here. The Beckhams, I don't know if y'all know that, but we're real honest here. She had to deal with some of the trust issues that I had, because I'm a very passionate person. I love hard. And so when that happened, I had some mistrust issues. But Brenda was able to do that, and I'm not going to cry, because, Jeff, I cry. I don't know about the other man. I'm a crybaby. But Brenda did something that helped me out this very much. She said, I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, so let's stop talking about that. And it broke the veil. And so allow that man to break the veil of your mistrust and let him show you that he can be someone you can trust despite of the relationship that you've been in.
I appreciate everything that everyone said, to give some tips and advice to Mrs. Sabotage. Tracy, I do like what you said. You're not ready to go into another relationship because you still probably have trust issues. You want to work that out. This is something I suggest to you, Mrs. Sabotage, even though you're in your second marriage. But before you got to that marriage, she should have took the time to go to counseling, like the Reverend has said, and learn yourself, get to know who you are. Right. Because I know it does hurt when you find out your husband, the man you love, not have one affair, but multiple affairs. So you looking within yourself like, I'm not good enough for him. He had to step out with numerous people to be satisfied mentally and physically and emotionally. So when you finally left, you left in a bad way, though, because it's like you didn't get you together. So now all this baggage is gone to this new relationship that you sabotage. And I'm using your name that you gave yourself to a man that's good to you. And unfortunately, just like Deacon Jeff said, you gonna keep asking, how many people flirted with you? How many women did you look at? How you cheating on me? If he never thought about it, you gonna make him think about it. And like, don't give him a green light to go do it. But it's like, work on you, sweetheart. Get you together. Some great advice from 2 ministers, a deacon, and 2 sinners at this table.
And a divorce center, no.
Go ahead.
Me and her. Three Saved
by grace.
Saved by grace.
Saved by grace.
There you go, Reverend.
Now they're going to make it hard for me not to say the same
Peer
thing.
Pressure.
What's wrong with y'all? Y'all supposed to be on the reverend side.
She's a woman of God.
Honest,
Splendor woman of God.
Then Jeff says 5 sinners. Like, I'm going to look bad if I don't say 6 sinner. Okay, come on.
But
what you
Reverend
say?
Rick, I do like that piece that you talked about that Brenda was able to do for you. And I think that's one of the things that's crucial in marriages, period. We learned to establish maybe 10, maybe 15 years ago at a marriage retreat that you need to set you kind of draw a line in the sand. And the line is divorce is not an option.
Right.
And you have to have that conversation, and you have to mean it. And then moving forward, when there are issues or problems, you take that out of the way.
Yeah.
You can't go to
Take
that.
it off the table.
You just take it off the table, and then you have to figure it out. You're going to have to come together. You're going to have to lay on your face. You're going to have to pray together.
Amen.
And have to ask God to increase, this man's patience so that he's able to deal with his wife,
Yes.
so that he's able to love her, so that she's able to see herself the way that God sees her.
Amen.
As
Good
well.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mrs. Sabotage, we don't want you to sabotage yourself or your relationship any further. I hope you are listening tonight because we chose your letter for the LSTT relationship letter. So, I hope all our advice we gave you can help you in some way. Connect back with us on the website as you did before. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to go into our last subject. This is going to be a kind